Welcome to the Lupient Automotive Group. We're glad you can join us. Today you'll learn a little bit about who we are and where we've come from, so sit back, relax, and enjoy.
It's about moving forward while remembering the lessons of the past. It's about 44 years of doing things differently, making sure each experience is unforgettable. Setting the standard takes years of dedication to principle, doing business the right way. That heritage of excellence continues today, no matter what automobile you're looking for. From our family to yours, Lupient, Minnesota's premier automotive family.
Now for a moment I look forward to all year. It's my pleasure to present to you our Time Magazine Quality Dealer for 1990. The simple truth about this year's winner was captured in a headline and a glowing profile in his local newspaper. Quote, "He just loves selling cars." He loves selling cars so much, in fact, that he continues to sell as many 30 cars a month personally. Like just about every other quality dealer I've met, he got his start in the industry at the end of a hose, washing cars as a lot boy. There's a wonderful story about how he moved from the lot to the showroom. It seemed one of the owners was getting married on a Saturday afternoon and had invited everyone at the dealership to the wedding, except the new boy on the lot. Instead, he asked the lot boy if he had a sport coat and left him in charge of the showroom. When the owners came in Monday morning, the lot boy had sold 4 or 5 cars, and as they say, he says, "I haven't taken my coat off since." Well, he may not have taken his coat off, but he certainly rolled up his sleeves. He didn't get a chance to go to college. His father died when he was a senior in high school, leaving him to provide for his mother and 3 sisters. Today, out of 165 dealers in his metropolitan area, he is number 1. And out of 119 dealers selling the same cars in his 4-state area, he is also number 1. He's a 20-year member of NADA and his local association. In fact, joining NADA was one of the first acts upon obtaining his first franchise. He has received so many factory awards, I'm not going to bother to list them all. And he is, emphatically, a good citizen. He was nominated by the Minnesota Automobile Dealers Association for Minneapolis, Minnesota, the president of Lupient Automotive Group, and our Time Magazine Quality Dealer of the Year, Jim Lupient. Jim, please come forward.
In 1969, Jim Lupient opened Lupient Oldsmobile off of what is now Interstate 394, just south of downtown Minneapolis, Minnesota. 20 years later, Jim accepted the Time Magazine Quality Dealer Award of 1990.
I'm honored and thrilled to receive Time Magazine's 21st Quality Dealer Award. This award pinnacles the efforts and dedication of my family and my entire team of employees. For me, it's significant having been nominated by my peers, those men and women of the automobile industry for whom I have such great respect. But in this era dedicated to customer satisfaction, we must serve the customers even better. I'm proud to be an automobile dealer. It's a great industry. Thank you all for this opportunity to represent our dealer body as Time Magazine's Quality Dealer. Thank you.
As you can imagine, after Jim won the Time Quality Dealership Award in 1990, we were all delighted. I had the honor of being with him in Las Vegas when he received the award. And so I was able to share in that excitement at that point. But it was equally as exciting to come back and be able to share this with all of our employees, because the employees helped Jim win this award with their commitment.
The Lupient story is far from a story of what once was. Today, Lupient thrives as Minnesota's premier auto dealer. The hard work of Jim Lupient has grown into 6 incredible dealerships: Lupient Buick and GMC, Lupient Chevrolet, Lupient Nissan, Jim Lupient Infiniti, and Lupient Kia. Jeff Lupient, the son of Jim, has now taken the helm and aims to preserve the legacy and promote the same ideals on which his father founded the company in 1969.
In the early days, we had up to 40 salespeople. We were the largest Olds dealer in the world. People came from all over to buy a car here. They just loved the atmosphere that Jim could invoke We were the first dealership to ever have a bubble and enclose all the used cars. That was a huge draw. And we'd have anywhere from 200 to 300 cars under the bubble. On a Saturday, if you weren't here to help 4 people at a time, stay home. You weren't part of the varsity.
Buick is catering to the American luxury market, while GMC continues to be the staple in American trucks, SUVs, and vans. Lying on the hallowed ground of what used to be the famous Lupient Oldsmobile, Lupient GMC and Buick provides class-leading trucks and SUVs.
What I knew about Lupient before coming to work here was just that it had a legacy of being a family-run business, a family-run dealership. I've seen the sign all over town throughout the years, and it seemed comfortable to me, I guess, approachable.
I work for Jim, I work for Barbara, Rick, Mike, Jeffrey, Jennifer. It was the group. It's not just Jim, it was the whole family. It's a culture. For them to invite you over for a barbecue on a Sunday afternoon, you always felt like family. It was never, well, he works for us. It's not like that at all. This is John. I mean, you have value, you have substance, you're somebody. And to this day, I still feel that way. It's not, you're not an employee, you're a family member. And that honestly is the type of culture that keeps people staying here for 33 years and coming out on 30 below days to sell cars when, you know, the opportunities are a little bit more limited, but let's face it, anybody can sell them on a nice day.
So Lupient Automotive Group is a family-owned business. We've been in business for over 46 years. So we have been through the ups and downs of the industry. We have a very fun culture here. We're relatively large, so there's a lot of opportunity, but at the same time, we're not so big that you're going to be treated as a number.
In this family, there has always been the drive to grow and become better. Next to Lupient GMC and Buick sits the newly redesigned Jim Lupient Infiniti. Infiniti has been challenging expectations in the car market since Nissan introduced the brand in 1989. They offer first-class service and elite motors to all guests that enter the showroom. As Infiniti continues to grow, Lupient is able to provide exciting and rewarding career paths.
Working for Jeff he's always looking to get one or all of his stores to the next level. We're not just going to be here just to stay in one spot, but he wants growth. But with growth, we're all going to grow.
The corporation itself is really big on training, whether it's product knowledge or just training in general about your particular service for the company.
So whether you're a salesperson, a technician, a general manager, anywhere along the line, there's a lot of opportunities for growth and a lot of resources that we can harness for you.
If I come to Jeff or Denny and say, I need this additional resource to do my job, or there's this really great training I'm interested in for my team, they're willing to free up the resources to put behind that if there's a good business reason for it.
It's an investment for the company to make sure you're well trained. It's your opportunity to take that training and use it wisely.
Ask anyone at Lupient what is most important, and you'll hear people over and over again.
I think it's the people that work here, and I work at all the stores, and you walk into the store and you just get a good vibe.
A customer can tell if they walk into a dealership and people like working there, and I think that gives them a better experience too.
The team, we work hard, and for me, I don't really feel like it's a job. I know this is my career, and when you get there, we have a lot of fun doing it. We're here to help people, but we have fun doing it.
I enjoy the people. I enjoy the atmosphere that we're creating. I enjoy growing every day, getting to be a part of change.
So recently, I feel like there's been a new buzz and energy that's been brought into the company. I've been here for 6 years, and I'm looking really forward to what the next 6+ years is going to bring.
What I enjoy most about Lupient is the relationships you find with people, the customers, the coworkers, the management team. It's just every day, every opportunity, there's a different story, a different element, something that just feels real rewarding about working here at Lupient. That's the part I like the most.
Lupient Kia, located in Brooklyn Park off of Highway 81, is helping to lift expectations of value versus price.
I'd say a rewarding element of being a GM here is just the year-to-year turnaround. And in the year and a half that I've been here, just kind of looking back and seeing how far we've come, kind of just gives me motivation to keep going, and makes all those stressful evenings and stressful months kind of worthwhile, and just watching the place grow and watching the people grow with me.
Sure.
It's been rewarding to work in Rochester because I've seen Lupients invest a lot of time and money into building another store. When I first came to Rochester, the Nissan franchise was within the same building as our GM franchise.
One of the most rewarding things was my completion of the Dealer Academy school out in Washington, D.C. I started in September of 13 and completed in August of 14. And one of the most surprising things is after all the time that we spent, or I spent, away from my family, it was awesome to have my wife at graduation, as well as Jeff Lupient at graduation. My family was at graduation. It was important, and it was really nice to see the support of having Jeff and Denny and one of the board members there, Chuck Grill. It was awesome. A lot of support.
For me, one of the proudest moments in this business is to be able to see the next generations come in and be successful. So Jim was very successful in his role as the leader. I was able to experience success in my role as the leader. And now it's really fun to watch Jeff come in and experience success. And that, as a parent, it doesn't get much better than that, to be able to see your children come and be even more successful than you were.
Not far off of 35 West in Bloomington lies the newly redesigned Lupient Chevrolet.
We have a culture here that is unlike other dealerships.
The culture is to work hard and have fun doing it. I think people really have to like coming to work to do a good job at it.
Challenging the status quo and challenging our people to do their best and to do better.
Along with the unique culture is the investment to power the Lupient staff, and that is a true ideal from its founder.
Again, I think it goes back to the roots of Jim Lupient. Exceptional employee programs, investing in people, and then always focusing on the customer.
We continue to train our people and keep them up to date with current things that are going on in the automotive business, because it changes dramatically every day. There's all kinds of changes happening, and we need to make sure that our people are up to date with all the knowledge and training to help them succeed.
We're focusing more not just on selling cars, but growing our people within the organization, anywhere from employee wellness to training programs and career pathing.
Our company is large enough to provide services and benefits to employees that a larger company can provide, but without losing the feel of being a family.
You know, as the organization is acquiring and trying to acquire more franchises, it's just going to be that much more beneficial. So then if you have a customer that has one Infiniti, but yet they need a truck and they want a Ford truck or a Chevy truck or whatever, you can keep them within the organization, within the family. That's the key.
The Lupient culture is very friendly, customer service oriented. We want to learn, we want to grow, we want to play as a team, we want to be the best in the industry. We want to uphold the great reputation that has been built by Jim Lupient and continues on today.
We pride ourselves on not being a job or a destination, but for having a career.
That's the most rewarding thing over other dealerships. Some dealerships, there's a culture there where you're here temporarily. It's a stepping stone. You're here 60 days, great, thanks. You've done a really good 60 days. Here, they'd love to have you for 60 years. Jim wanted a culture of where people were here for a career. He wanted to get this to the point where the salespeople would build up such a huge clientele that he'd never have to advertise it another day in his life. He never had to put an ad in the paper. Why? Because the people kept coming back to see the guy they liked for their car. And as long as that worked, everything else fell into place.
In Rochester, Lupient Nissan serves the world-renowned Mayo Clinic and outside areas. Their commitment to customer satisfaction and long-term relationships are staples for the dealership. There are many more traits than just fantastic culture, great growing opportunities, and award-winning foundations that make the Lupient Automotive Group Minnesota's premier auto dealer. Like his father, Jeff Lupient has the desire to grow and flourish. He instills the same ideals that his father did as he leads the company into new heights and success.
I think what solidified my trust in him right away was in one of my first interviews when he asked me where I wanted to be. He didn't just make sure I wanted to stay in the same role forever. He asked me where I wanted to grow, and let me know that there were opportunities for me at this company to do that.
You know, he has a passion to win, and he's high energy, but he always defaults to doing it the right way. At some situations, when there's stressful times, Jeff always has a sense of humor and brings some humor into it, which kind of brings you back into reality.
And that same thing holds true today. Jeff is his father's son. He is the guy who's running the helm, and he's doing everything the way his father would want him to do it. So therefore, he's a lot like his dad in a lot of respects. So as much as I'd like to say things have changed, there's a few things that have changed, but on the other hand, you have to evolve or you die. So we've evolved and we're successful.
There have been a lot of changes. However, there are a few things that have not changed. The first thing is our commitment to superior customer satisfaction. Our customers are the reason we're in business. The other thing that I don't see changing is our commitment to superior employee satisfaction. Our employees are the face of our business every day. We're committed to helping our employees succeed in their careers, because if they succeed, we succeed.
I hope you enjoyed the video and learned a few things about the Lupient Automotive Group. I look forward to working with you, and welcome to the team.